Now to a very special conversation with the cast of the epic hit Hamilton. Our Robin Roberts leading that discussion with the stars about history and culture, with fans from around the world posing their own questions.
You've all seen on social media that explosion of Hamilton material. For instance, here is a group of students in a London chorus. I want you to take a look. Oh my gosh, from London. And a question from Joshua, one of those singers. He was 12 at the time when they taped this. He is now 16. And here's his question.
Hi, my name is Josh. My question is, in light of the current climate, who do you think should be in the room where it happens? And what do you think should happen in that room to protect and prevent the ill treatment, or worse, killing, solely based on being a young black boy like me?
Leslie, you played Aaron Burr and the room where it happens. So would you like to answer that question of Josh's?
Who do I think should be in the room where it happens? Great question, Josh. I think that I'm an artist. You know, I'm not a policymaker. I'm not a politician. I remind myself of that all the time. You know, because with these social media platforms, you can sometimes get confused about what your actual job is, what your work is, and what you're put here to do. So I'm an artist. I believe that the best way for me to make change always, if I want to be about making change, is through my acts, is through my art. What we see with Hamilton is what is possible when that room looks a lot more like the world we traverse. Includes women, includes people of color, includes black people, includes as many people as you can get into the room for their diverse perspectives and everything that they can offer.
If I can just jump in, I think a big part of the problem with the room where it happens is the next line, that no one else was in the room where it happened. And what Leslie's speaking to here is something that a lot of us are grappling with in our Hollywood gigs, right? Who are in these rooms behind closed doors, but also beyond that, why are the doors closed? If you weren't doing things you were embarrassed about, you would keep the door open. So that's another part of the problem. If we're going to talk about democratizing the process, let's open the door.
And there are so many who want to help in any way that they can. They want to be an ally. And we have a question from a super fan, Benjamin, who is from Pittsburgh.
My question is, in this new revolution, what can we as white people seeking to become better allies learn, or rather unlearn, about our history through Hamilton's more inclusive retelling?
The floor is open. Who'd like to answer that?
I think that's a great question, and I'll keep it short so somebody else can say something. But I think that what we must realize is that, you know, really once and for all, that like we look at history through such a small iris. You know, like Hamilton, really what it's posing the question, because it's being told by different people and using a different language. It's still about the same people, but you know, it's like when we're looking around at these statues and it's like, wait, so really it was all white dudes. Like you open the iris up, it's like, where were the women actually? Like, were they just in the kitchen throwing parties? Where were the black people? Why have we only been looking at this thing like, you know, open that iris up? And there's so many stories. There's a rich history here and tragic history here. You know, there's great triumph and great horror, you know, that we must learn about. But you got to just open that iris up. So a white ally, you know, open that iris.
Yes, the iris is small, right? And so that means we have to take the deeper dive, educate ourselves further, make sure that we're doing everything we can to understand the world around us, because the only way that we're going to make change is by getting in there and understanding why these systems work and changing it and using our voices to change it. And so I think anyone who is going to turn 18 in the next couple of months needs to make sure they're registered to vote, needs to make sure that their friends are registered to vote. You know, that's the least that we can do, because people have lived, died, and survived in order for us to be able to use our vote. So to throw it away, like Lynn says, don't throw away your shot. If that's your shot to vote, don't throw it away,
Yeah.
please.
I'm not throwing away my shot. Our thanks to Robin Roberts and the entire cast. You can tune into Hamilton. History has its eye on you. That is streaming exclusively on Disney Plus right now.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.